Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Because of jail overcrowding, prison overcrowding in our state, thousands of inmates are being sent to do their time in county jails. It's called Realignment, and with us now to tell us more about it and the effect it's having here locally is Assemblyman Curt Hagman. Thank you very much for being here.
Great, as always, to be here.
Yeah, explain a little bit more about Realignment.
Yes, the governor, when he first took over, wanted to put some of the burden or some of the responsibilities on prisoners down to the county jails. So that was his way of kind of balancing the budget, because the state pays a lot of money to house.
But wasn't he also forced to because of a lawsuit in jail overcrowding?
Yeah, it's either that or, but we also had options to change the policy at the state level. You know, good time early releases, you could have exported more to foreign jails, you could have built more jails, there's other options on the table, but he put this through. It was a very partisan vote on this issue, but what we have right now is between 30 and 40,000 inmates per year now are going to be serving their time at the county jail versus going to state prison.
Have we seen any effects locally so far?
Unfortunately, quite a bit of negative effects. First of all, most of the counties, out of the 58 counties, I think 2/3 are overcrowded to begin with before this program, including most of the ones here in Southern California. And so for every person you bring back from the state jail, you're going to be releasing 12 to 15 county jail inmates to make room for that one person, because that one person stays longer.
Have we seen any effect on the crime rates locally?
Not so much on the studies, because it usually take a couple of years to come by, but we are getting reports in the news of, we call them 109ers, that are released under this bill, that are out the next day committing crime. I just did a radio interview just last week, in fact, with a lady, grandmother, who basically had to shoot and kill someone that was released that was breaking her house at 3:30 in the morning. And it's tragic what she went through. But yeah, unfortunately, we're seeing more and more of those incidents coming out because there is no place to put them.
How close to capacity are our jails here?
Locally, we're over capacity. We're already releasing before the 109 program started. In San Bernardino, for example, they probably release 50% of the people they arrest within the first 24 hours because there's no room to hold them.
So it means people who would normally be sent to prison in the state are being sent locally to county jail, or people who would be sentenced to county jail aren't going there at all.
Yeah, I've heard some instances, like in LA County, if you're sentenced to a year time for a misdemeanor, you're doing 12 hours. If you're sentenced to a felony for a year time, you're doing like a week worth of time, and the rest are basically either released or home arrested at the time of GPS.
Among the many things that you do up in Sacramento every year, you were discussing earlier about some potential legislation you're considering, because there are athletes who will file a workman's comp case here in California, even if they just play one game, if they play for the Bulls or some other team out of state.
Absolutely, we have the most liberal workers' comp laws in California, and I sit as vice chair of insurance for the committee. So it's brought to my attention that a lot of these cases are now being filed in California over the last couple of years. It's a loophole that we have, that if you live in Buffalo, you play for Buffalo, you go through the circuit and you play one game here over your career, 20 years later you're having bad knees or headaches or backaches, you can sue in California courts, because we're much more for the plaintiff here in California courts.
So the payout is bigger in California courts. I guess the reason you might look at something like this is the possibility that other businesses, truck drivers, might be able to sue for workers' comp in California when they drive all across the country.
Yeah, the same law principles allow that. Those are migrant workers, that we call them, that come here in California, can file under California law for any injuries they occur. It's just, do they happen while they're working here, or does they happen from something down the line? How do you make that connection? And should we look at it? 49 other states have provisions to block this type of activity. We don't, so we're going to take a look at that this year. Okay,
quickly, your main objective this year, what would you like to accomplish?
To try to balance the budget and get the California economy going strong again.
All right. Thank you very much, Curt Hagman. We'll check back on that. That's a lot of heavy lifting.
Great to be here. Thank you.
All year long. And thank you for tuning in. Stay with us. More HLN right after this.